Hi there, wedding enthusiasts. Welcome to Wedding News. On the news today, hair entrepreneur Miss Waneka gushes over her husband Mustafa in a heartfelt birthday tribute. Pastor Femi Lazarus shares a sweet love story, how a Telegram prayer session led him to his wife. Ayesha Curry opens up on her marriage and how it comes first before anything else, including the kids. Now stick around for all the scoop. Welcome back, lovebirds. Love is definitely in the air as well-known hair entrepreneur took to Instagram to shower her husband Mustafa with heartfelt praises on his birthday. In a touching and passionate post, Ms. Waneka expressed just how deeply she cherishes their love, celebrating the man she calls her king. "What a time to be alive. What a blessing it is to have you, Mustafa," she wrote. "I feel blessed knowing I'm the one who got to spend all your birthdays with you till you're old and grey. What an honor to be called your wife, and oh, what a pleasure to be the woman who makes your favorite dishes. That's actually my best part because your reaction when the food gets in is priceless." She reminisced on his playful nature, sharing how he sweet talks her into cooking his favorite meals twice a day. But it's not just the small gestures that make their love so unique. She spoke about his unwavering devotion, saying, "People think I love hard, but what they haven't seen is how you love me. It's unreal, and even I get jealous of myself. I laugh in my quiet moments and imagine what goes on in your head when you see me, because who stares at anyone the way you stare at me?" Now, from their jokes and their deep conversation and even their playful arguments, she's painted a picture of a love story filled with laughter, warmth, and unwavering commitment. "Sometimes I genuinely wish I could post all our moments. Our fights, I love them too, because even after an hour and 35 minutes, you come back saying, 'Wane, this is the part where you say, my husband, I'm sorry I overreacted, but please forgive me.' That cracks me up every time, even when I'm angry." She ended her message with a heartfelt note, thanking Mustafa for his love, leadership, and being the exact man she had prayed for since childhood. "I'm so in love with you, and it's the only thing I want to do for the rest of my life. Happy birthday, my king. Love makes more sense with you. To many more goofy years." Now, many flooded the comment section to celebrate him, with well-wishers sending their love and admiration for the couple's beautiful bond. Love has a way of finding us in the most unexpected places, and for Pastor Femi Lazarus, founder of Light Nation Global, it all began with a prayer session on Telegram. Now, in a heartfelt moment during a recent sermon, he recounted how he first noticed his wife, not in a grand dramatic way, but through the depth of her insight. She had left a comment in the chat that stood out, catching his attention instantly. Now, that simple interaction will be the beginning of something beautiful. And as fate would have it, their paths crossed again when she visited his church. That day, she did something that no other woman had done before. She sat right in front of him and held his gaze. "She was the first lady to ever sit down in front of me and look into my eyes," he shared, recalling the moment with a smile. It wasn't just a glance, it was a connection. And from that encounter, a conversation sparked, leading them to discover the kind of love that isn't bound by location or circumstance. One spouse can be met anywhere, including social media, he noted, reminding people that love often finds us in the most unexpected ways. Now, beyond their love story, Pastor Lazarus shared a deeper lesson, one about patience and clarity when it comes to love and marriage. "When you are patient about the subjects of love and marriage, you will see things for what they are," he said, emphasizing the importance of approaching relationships with wisdom and objectivity. Now, his story serves as a reminder that love doesn't always follow a predictable path, but when it's right, it unfolds beautifully. For the first time since the passing of her husband, late Nigerian singer Oladimeji Ilerioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mobad, his widow, Omomi Cynthia, has spoken out about the challenges she has faced in the aftermath of his death. In an emotional interview on With Today, Omomi opened up about the threats and pressures she has endured, particularly from Mobad's father. She revealed that since her husband's passing, she has been living in fear due to the constant death threats flooding her direct messages. "We no longer feel safe. I literally get death threats almost every day in my DM, and it has gotten to a point that it's either I speak up or die in silence," she shared. Now, beyond the threats, Omomi also disclosed her father-in-law's alleged attempts to control Mobad's assets. According to her, he was insistent on having control over everything that belonged to the late singer and was willing to go to great lengths to achieve this. Ironically, she pointed out that he was the one who had encouraged their marriage and was the happiest on their wedding day. "My father-in-law wanted to be in control of my husband's properties, everything that belongs to my husband, or he will go all out to destroy my life," she stated. The situation, she said, even extended to Mobad and Wumi's son Liam. She stated that her father-in-law had made cruel remarks about the little boy's appearance, stating that the child looked older than him despite his almost 60 years of age. He even went as far as alleging that Mobad had once considered throwing the child off the Third Mainland Bridge, a claim that has deeply disturbed her. Now, addressing the ongoing DNA controversy, Omolmi made it clear that she had always been willing to conduct the test. However, she revealed that Mobad's family had instructed her not to disclose the results to the public once it's completed. The widow's revelations have since sparked widespread reactions online, with many Nigerians expressing sympathy for her plight. Now, as the video of her interview continues to circulate, it has once again brought attention to the unresolved tensions and unanswered questions surrounding Mobad's untimely passing. Well, we're absolutely rooting for her and hope she comes out of this phase better. In the meantime, stay tuned. Wedding News will be right back. Welcome back. Ayesha Curry is keeping it real about the key to a happy home, putting her marriage first before everything else, even parenting. In a recent interview with People magazine, the businesswoman, chef, and mother of four opened up about how she and her NBA superstar husband, Steph Curry, have managed to keep their love strong after 13 years of marriage. Her secret is prioritizing their relationship above all else. I think for us, our relationship always comes first. Then we're parents. According to Ayesha, maintaining a strong partnership isn't just about their love for each other, it's about creating a solid foundation for their children. That's what works for us, because then you have two happy people raising the kids in the house, she explained. Now, the Curry's love story dates back to their teenage years. After meeting as kids in North Carolina, they eventually tied the knot in 2011. Now, more than a decade later, they're raising 4 children together: Riley, Ryan, Cannon, and their youngest, Caius, who turns 1 in May. Speaking of baby Caius, Ayesha gushed about their little one's latest milestone. He's 9 months now, he's crawling and laughing, and he only says dad, she said with a laugh. Well, despite the demands of Steph's NBA career and Ayesha's thriving business ventures, the couple remains intentional about making time for each other. Their approach to love and parenting has clearly worked, and if their decade-plus marriage is anything to go by, they're proof that a strong relationship is the heart of a happy home. Singer Grimes has taken to social media to call out Elon Musk, urging him to address what she described as their child's urgent medical crisis. Now, the musician, whose real name is Claire Butcher, accused the billionaire of ignoring her repeated attempts to contact him and emphasized the severity of the situation. In a now deleted post on X, Grimes made a public plea. "I am sorry to do this publicly, but it is no longer acceptable to ignore this situation," she wrote on Thursday. "Now, this requires immediate attention. If you don't want to talk to me, can you please designate or hire someone who can, so we can move forward on solving this? This is urgent, Elon." Her frustration was evident as she revealed that Elon had been unresponsive despite her efforts to reach him through multiple channels. "I'm not giving any details, but he won't respond to texts, calls, or emails and has skipped every meeting," she stated. Grimes stressed the seriousness of the matter, explaining that their child's well-being was at stake. "Our child will suffer lifelong impairment if he doesn't respond ASAP," she warned. "If I have to apply public pressure, then I guess that's where we're at." Grimes and Musk shared 3 children together, though their co-parenting relationship has faced challenges in the past. While Elon has not publicly responded to her plea, Grimes' post has sparked widespread discussion online, with many expressing concern over the situation. Now, the incident sheds light on the complexities of co-parenting in the public eye, especially when one parent is one of the most influential figures in the world. Now, whether Elon will respond remains to be unseen, but Grimes' decision to go public signals just how desperate she is to get his attention. And we'll definitely bring you updates on this as it continues to unfold. And that brings us to the end of Wedding News today.